So, what kind of personality are you, and what treasure is packaged in that personality? What's up, guys? This is your boy Rick here coming at you with another video. I'm really just enjoying these. Today's going to be a nice little short video on your personality because I really think your personality and knowing your personality is a powerful thing. A personality is a package in which your destiny is stored. This is whether you're an introvert, an extrovert, whatever you are, like whether you're melancholic, whether you're task oriented or people person. You know what? There is something hidden in your personality, and that's what I want you to find out today. See, I've always loved personality tests and psychometric tests. One of the things about being an introvert is that you're always introspective. You're always in looking inside you, and that's kind of what I am. And these tests, these psychometric tests, and all this personality tests are tests that are designed to look at who you are, to find out what you're good at, what you naturally gravitate towards. And this is something I took my first one. I think I was still working at McDonald's back then. I'd just become a manager, and all of a sudden, I was really not enjoying the job. And I looked at a strength test, and I realized that one of the things about my personality is that I've got a very high kind of attention to detail and wanting my work to be excellent kind of element about me. So that was all fine and good when I was doing the flipping of the burgers myself. But when I was now in charge of managing other people, and my results, my pay rises were based on how my team acted, and some of them, well, most of them, just didn't have the same level and standards that I had. It all went south. Like, I really started not enjoying my job, and so from that I realized that that first test helped me to understand that I needed to first of all quit that job, and then I kind of just stayed away from management positions, especially in retail. Well, that was the only time I was in retail, but especially for that time, I really just was, I knew I wasn't ready for management yet. So, some examples of personality tests. What are examples of popular personality tests out there? Like, there's the Myers-Briggs test, which is quite popular. They're the four humors, or sometimes they're called the four temperaments. That's a really old one, but you can check them out. Those are like things like you know, are you melancholic? Are you phlegmatic? Are you, yeah, you can check those out. I'm just giving you different things. You can even just check whether are you an introvert or an extrovert test. You can look at color profiles. There are things that give color profiles. That's a very popular one among network marketers. I know that when I used to be in network marketing, I used to love that. Saying, are you a red, a blue, a yellow, or a green profile? You can look at strength tests. You can look at, there's a wealth dynamics test. That's one that I'm looking at right now, which is really, really good. Some of these you actually have to pay for them because the tests are so detailed and they come up with reports at the end of how to do this. But if you just want to check, don't sign up for anything. Just get the free stuff, get the free test, and leave it at that. The thing with all these tests is that they only cover kind of a certain part of your vast personality. Your personality is so big and so vast that no one test could kind of just cover everything. But for me, every single test that I've probably mentioned here, I think I've taken each one at least once. And every single time I take one, it shows me a new thing about myself. It shows me a new kind of, it shows me a new version of me, and a new side of me that I never knew. And this is what personality tests do. They allow you to just see what you're good at so that you can keep doing it and maybe find ways of doing it better, get skilled, develop. But on the other hand, it shows you what you're not good at doing so that you should avoid those. For example, in my careers, whenever I have a career, I have certain just careers and jobs that I would never do because I know that my character, my character and profile and personality don't like, things. I love being alone. I love working in lonesome, so I really don't like jobs where I have to, be there right in front of many people. So, why should you know your personality? That's the question. Your personality is who you naturally are, and you know, unfortunately, right now we're just going with what society makes us to be and what culture makes us to be, what our parents tell us we should be. But we don't actually take time to say, okay, who am I naturally? Because when you know who you're naturally, you're going to find out what you enjoy doing. And trust me, if you're going to start a business, if you're going to be in a career, you'd rather do something you enjoy. Uh, you know, we I remember this kind of just occurred to me at one time. I was working a certain job and I realized that I worked in a team of four. We did shifts together. I realized that even though we only did 8 hour shifts, like 5 days a week, but I realized that I was probably spending more waking hours with these guys at work than I was with anyone else, including my wife. I was spending more time at work than I did with the people I loved, like at home. That's just the reality of having a job. You actually spend a lot of waking hours with them because if you also count your sleeping hours and then time that you are out and stuff, it sometimes works out that you spend more time with those people in your job doing that job at your job. So would you rather not do that in something you enjoy? Because it's going to be a painful existence if you're going to spend 40 hours showing up, 40 hours a week for 40 years showing up for something you don't enjoy. So that's why you should do your that's why you should know your profile, right? um it's so simple. Imagine if Barack Obama was stuck, doing value investing like Warren Buffett. I'm pretty sure he'd just blow his brains out. He'll be just like, no, man, I don't want to do this. That's the thing. Know yourself, know your profile. So I'm just going to give you just 3 things about your personality and what knowing your personality is going to do for you. Make sure that you like the page, my page. Make sure you like the page. Share this if you feel that it resonates with you. Make sure you share it. But yeah, like the page. You'll get more videos and articles because I'm always releasing a video and an article every couple of days or 3 days that you will really enjoy if you like this. But number one, your happiness is locked up in your personality. Your happiness. Following your personality allows you to get into just situations that are more likely to make you smile. Now that I'm found kind of solace, as a writer, I like being in this place, in this quiet, serene office space, writing space. Do you know how much I really enjoy when I'm listening to a Kanye? I'm listening to a Kanye CD, and I'm listening to a Chance the Rapper kind of like a new CD, and I put my headphones in and I'm listening and I'm writing. I love that. I smile to myself. I can get lost in that kind of world. But that's what I mean. Your happiness is me. If your happiness is among people, then fine. That's where you should unlock your personality and figure out what. Then you should engineer your life so that it goes towards those things. The second thing is that the reason you should get to know your personality is that your life purpose can be hidden in your personality. Now, I'm not saying that if you're an extrovert, your life purpose is to go around doing whatever extroverts do, just going around and just talking to everyone. No, that's a clue. If you figure out your personality and the things that are your natural inclinations and personality, then you can then find out what jobs and careers, but also what businesses need someone with that kind of personality. And then your task, then the work that you then have to do, because all of this is work. The work you will then need to do is to figure out how to upskill in that thing, how to become the best at that career, at that business if you want to. Now that you'll be so much more happy, like studying that thing will be so much easier because it's something that's natural to you. And so that's the way it is. A clue of personality and using your personality to figure out your calling is Steve Jobs. Even though Steve Jobs was an IT guy and he was a computer guy and he was actually studying computers, but do you know that in college, Steve Jobs just felt like doing a sculpting course, sculpting, like the arty kind of sculpting, because he felt like a bit of an artist, even though, everything else with him was like, oh, you're a nerd and you should do that, but he wanted to do that. Now, later, what happened when he was designing the iPod, the iPhone, his eye for artistry really gave those devices kind of this like amazing artistic feel to them. Like the design of those products, you can see that there's a difference because Steve Jobs had an eye for design. And that's why his personality, that artistic, like a little artistic tweak in him, was what he didn't ignore. He didn't ignore that, and he ended up making an amazing product that changed the world. And the last thing I'll talk about is that money. Your money is also hidden in your personality. Your money is also hidden in your personality. When you do these things and you're doing something you enjoy, something that's in your personality and you enjoy, you are so attractive. People are attracted to you and they want to work with you. They want to do business with you. They want you to serve them. They want to serve you. So instead of chasing a salary, your real money is when you're doing something like that. Your real money is when you're doing something that just like gels with your personality, with whatever. Have you noticed how adorable geeks are when they're being geeky? But only a true geek. When someone is trying to pretend to be a geek, there's just like it's disgusting. But when someone is really in it, you enjoy it. Have you noticed that a comedian who really loves people and kind of just like you feel the warmth, the funniness, you just feel drawn to it. That's how you should live your life. When you live according to your personality, you will live life to the fullest. You will be so attractive that we will all want to be around you. So thanks guys for listening to me. I hope you guys have a good weekend coming up. Comment, let me know what you think. Did you find this helpful? And like the page and comment. See you later guys. Bye.